After recently exploring Theodore Roosevelt National Park, I'm now heading south through Montana to visit Devil's Tower in Wyoming and then Badlands National Park in South Dakota. We're going on an adventure. Well, I'm driving through Montana right now on my way to Devil's Tower in Wyoming. It's pretty interesting the way that one landscape transitions into another. Like, this is still very much prairie land, but I feel like I keep going up in elevation and it's a whole lot hillier, and I keep seeing all these, like, I don't know if you'd call them mesas. Some of them are just hills, some of them might be small mountains. Devil's Tower is in the Black Hills area. Feels like this is very much a foothill kind of area to something bigger. Hey, so take a look behind me. I'm at Devil's Tower in Wyoming. This is amazing. The air is fine to breathe here. I'm gonna take a little loop around the tower and see what I can see. This is incredible. I'm gonna take a lot of pictures while I'm here. Many Native American tribes consider Devil's Tower to be a sacred place. One Lakota story speaks of a boy who transformed into a bear and chased his sisters. His sisters prayed for safety, causing the Great Spirit to raise the hill to the sky, creating the tower and leaving bear's claw marks. I can't believe people climb this thing. This is insane. I saw a sign earlier saying that the youngest person to climb this thing was 6 years old and the oldest was 90. There's a lot of signs saying climbers must register. How do you climb that thing? It just blows me away. Like, even the rock field just to get up to the tower is insane. I do not think Richard Dreyfuss climbed this thing, if I had to guess. Wow, amazing. I actually passed by a few climbers that just came down from the tower, and I was lucky enough to see somebody going up. It was amazing. Well, this place is incredible. Can't believe I got to see somebody climbing it too. I've got some more driving today, so I'm not going to stick around to see them reach the summit. But wow, I can't imagine the training that you have to go through to get to that point. It's wild. Tomorrow I'm going to be in Badlands. Excited for that as well. This trip has been amazing so far. I've got a lot more cool destinations ahead, so let's go. One thing that I enjoy looking for while out on the road are interesting or unusual road signs. I started seeing a bunch of signs for a place called Waldrug, one after another for miles on end, and my curiosity was beginning to peak. Alright, so if I'm getting this right, they have mining and sluicing, they have Black Hills Gold, Western clothing, including boots, a shooting gallery, 5-cent coffee, free biscuits for honeymooners. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Probably. I'm not usually very susceptible to advertising, but I kind of want to go there now. I'll tell you though, if they don't have all these things that I'm led to believe they have, I'm going to be very upset. This is like a Buc-ee's of the West or a south of the border type situation. I'm wondering. They do have the Western wear and camping supplies and gold. Yeah, this whole town is just like one big tourist trap. It's funny.
Maybe we can work out a deal.
Well, okay, Waldrug, you got me. Total tourist trap there, but I kind of loved it. Got some new threads here. You like them? It was a very unexpected stop, but it was kind of fun. And now on to Badlands.
All right, guys, I've made it out here to Badlands. Take a look at this. This is so cool. It's so cool seeing all these layers in the terrain, like all the reds and grays. Ooh. Incredible. Shut up with these formations. What? After taking in some sights and going for a short drive, it was time to go for a hike. All right, so we've got 1.5 miles round trip, 1.5 to 2 hours, moderate to strenuous. There are awesome panoramic views, and I've got to climb this gnarly looking ladder at some point. Beware of rattlesnakes. Noted. Amazing. All right, so I'm out at Badlands National Park, and this is the Notch Trail. I was looking up what some of the different trails in the park were, and this one looked like a good kind of moderate difficulty level. As the sign noted, I do have to beware of rattlesnakes. Gotten some really impressive views so far. That overlook was amazing. It was pretty crowded though. Good for taking a few pictures, but this is what I really wanted to do, is get down into it and see what this park has to offer. Noticing some similarities to Theodore Roosevelt National Park. What is this? We got a little, is this an albino chipmunk? What in the world? All right, so that was kind of cool. I'm already seeing some different wildlife from anything that I'm used to. Like, I've seen a million chipmunks before, but never ones that looked quite like that. You know, a lot of this terrain is really light colors. Blends in with it pretty well. I guess maybe that's an adaptive feature of them in this region. I'll have to look into that. It's interesting. Really cool being down here in this canyon. This way. Got another one of these little chipmunks down here. Wow, this is cool. Hey, look. Stairs? Question mark? All right, well, this trail's really cool so far. Wow. I knew about that ladder section. I thought that was pretty fun. Some people have said that it's more difficult or scary, I guess, going down than it is going up. I could see that. I didn't think it was too bad. But there have been some other sections of the trail too that have been a bit challenging. Kind of some narrow ledges that you got to walk past. Almost reminiscent of some of the stuff that I saw at the Beehive Trail, although obviously much different terrain. What an incredible park though. These formations are just everywhere you look. It's amazing. I had pictures of this park on the background of my desktop when I was at work. I knew that I wanted to come here someday. It's really cool to actually be here. Just blown away by all this. This is wild. Once you reach the end of the trail, you're treated to a panoramic view of much of the park. On my return trip, I noticed that the canyon veered off in another direction and I couldn't resist the urge to explore. This isn't the actual trail, but I just want to go over this way a little bit and see what's over here. Probably some more Badlands, I'd imagine. This is so cool. Definitely got to go up there. Yo, check this out. I guess this is like an alternate summit of the Notch Trail. I think this beats the view from the first one. This is wild. Wow. For a split second, I had the thought that it would be real cool to try to go up there. And then I very quickly said, nope. After I finished my hike, I drove through the rest of the park towards my campsite and was treated to one breathtaking view after another. What in the world? Spectacular. Finally, as I began to exit the park, I was met with some familiar faces from my last adventure. Hey, well, I'm at camp now, just staying at another boondocking site for tonight. What an awesome time at Badlands that was. That hike was phenomenal, and then driving around afterwards, like I just kept coming across site after site after site that I just couldn't take my eyes off of. I had to keep getting out of my car and taking pictures. The only thing that wasn't so great about the day is that right after I got out of Badlands, my camera kind of died on me. Keep saying camera error, turn off and turn back on again. I try that and then nothing happens. So I can't even access the pictures that I've been taking, which is a bummer. So I'll keep messing around with it. Hopefully I'll get it to work. If not, I might just have to take it in for repair when I get back home. I guess it is what it is. But anyway, I still got the action cam. I still got my phone, so it's not going to stop me from making videos. I'm just going to hang out here for the night. I had some hot dogs earlier, and I'll be heading down to Colorado tomorrow, so that's super exciting. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. If If you've enjoyed the video to this point, please do consider leaving a like, commenting, and or subscribing. It would definitely help out with the algorithm. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Thanks for coming along with me. Like always, catch you in the next one. Peace.